Tsagalakak and Ragikuk.
I am not sleeping. I am alive.
This is Lorino. Thousands of drums. They are everywhere. That's why we're here, to see what is in them and how to clean them up. There was a Korean company that came in here a few years ago and hauled out tons of scrap metal from Chukotka. So there's a scrap metal market that is apparently fairly lucrative, but the scrap metal companies don't want the rusted out drums. They want the big pieces of metal, the old vehicles, and the high quality scrap that they can get.
During this project we have made some new findings. New findings different from main rules, main circumstances which have been found in other circumpolar regions.
If you will calculate whole drums located in Lorino and Lavrentya, you will see a dramatic story, because they have thousands tons of drums.
All of us knew well the global sources of contamination by persistent toxic pollutants connected with marine currents, with air flows, with river currents. We have found that additional sources which made additional exposure to persistent toxicants here in Chukotka is could be explained by using of pollutants locally.
The traditional diet includes many sea mammals and fish, which high exposure PCBs from global sources and local sources as well.
Я очень рада случаю, что вот приехала сюда. Не было железа, была только чистая природа. Желаю вам успеха.
It will be no empty barrels around, people will be healthy and wealthy, and everything will be fine. And I hope we have to work together very hard to improve our life.
This is quail meat, smoked quail meat or boiled problem, which is boiled skin and blubber, called in Alaska common name matak. It's Eskimo name for skin and blubber.
Very often question from indigenous people why the contaminants include in food chain. It's a difficult question for understanding.
The diet is specific here in Chukotka, different from other regions of Russian North. It's based mostly on fatty food, and that's the reason why the concentration of persistent toxic substances, mainly persistent organic pollutants, are higher here in Chukotka in comparison with other regions of Russia.
After the hunting, whales hunting, for example, the people keep meals on the special area. They cooking meal with traditional approach.
For example, Chukchis and Eskimo usually use ground pits for storaging of walruses and seals, also fish, during several months.
We have PCB contamination on the soil. The soil washing out, wash by water, and this contaminants going to river, lake, and of course on the sea.
These ground pits are located just near their settlements or inside their settlements. And in spring, water, rainwater, snow melting water takes pollutants which are lying on the surface of the ground into these pits. And the concentration, we found out that the concentration of toxic pollutants inside these walruses and seals are rather higher in comparison with fresh ones, which could be taken from the sea. Another way of exposure, of additional exposure to contaminants, is using of homemade alcohol. You know well that we have serious problem with alcohol in Russian North. But native people have very few money to buy alcohol in shops. So they try to produce alcohol by themselves. And homemade alcohol, the procedure, the process of homemade alcohol is connected with using of second-hand barrels in which we found the same pollutants. We found some chemicals which could be toxic pollutants. They are using them not only for production of alcohol, they are using them for storage of water, for salting of fish, for salting of wild grass, and so on. And the concentration of some pollutants in, for example, homemade alcohol is rather high. So that new findings permitted us to explain that conversion between sufficiently low level of pollutants in traditional food and relatively high levels of pollutants in blood of natives.
This was a tank, and this was also a home. How can this village tackle so many different drums, as well as the soil contamination and groundwater contamination that's already occurred?
Our Clear Up project includes several steps. First of all, our team to identification and create map of full and not full drums in Lavrentya and Lorino. First of all, we decide to clear up territory on the coastal area in the Lorino. It will be very impressive because now if you will Lorino, you can see fully drums, empty drums around beach. The next step after the inventory, we try to clear up road between Lavrentya and Lorino.
Lavrentya, 1,500 residents, just a little bit smaller than Lorino. It's the hub of the regional government here.
What kind of health effect now we have in Lavrentya and Lorino and whole coastal area?
We applied to delivery departments of local hospitals to help us to assess whether the concentrations which we found previously in blood of native people are responsible for such kind of health effects as premature births, stillbirths, inborn malformation, low birth weight, and so on. And for some pollutants we found really statistically significant associations between higher levels of some pollutants and increased levels of negative inborn effects, negative health effects of mothers and their childs.
We found change sex ratio. the women, the pregnant women, born often girls than boys. It's very poor trend for whole population.
This is the port of Lavrentya, and Max and I are going down to take a look at the drum site. This is all scrap metal that's been collected from the Lavrentya area for hopefully for export. So this is a very dirty former military site in Lavrentya. You can smell the fuel everywhere in the air. We are right on the edge of the beach, and there is industry taking place, recycling of materials, and there's also people who are working in their fish camps just over in the distance. This is a completely different kind of site than we have in Lorino, where it is mostly community-based drums. This is a military site, and so it needs to be handled differently. This is a fish camp. Recently saw some discolored sand or gravel just offshore, and we suspect that that might be some seepage of petroleum from out of the dump site onto the beach. The other thing we've noticed is that there is quite a bit of subsistence fishing occurring right along the beach here. Whale carcasses where whales are brought up, and right here is a set net site. We just find it a little bit alarming that the fishing is taking place so close to a dump site like this.
We need to test it.
Smells strong, huh?
Okay. The economic of Chukotka have not many funds for clear up territory. Now we have many talks with local authorities and local people about his opportunities. Unfortunately, now they have many problems with house, with water supplies, with eating, food, transport.
We have here in the north of Russia specific diseases, specific syndromes, specific diseases connected with the conditions of life, with environment.
We need not only equipment, we need good advices how to do it safety.
And if we are making accent on the problems of native health, it will attract other resources to be involved into improving of healthcare in the north generally.
Now we start project for clear up spaces around 2 villages. We want to make a plan for clear up together.
We are opening doors nowadays for starting cooperation in science. Science, first of all, regarding environment.
Environmental sites that are of definite significance, not only here in Chukotka, but also to Alaska and the broader Arctic.
Because we are quite near Alaska and Chukotka are close to each other.
Hopefully, to clear up big territory, it's good reason to change situation, health situation between indigenous people.
I think there's an opportunity here for Alaskans to help. I think there's an opportunity for Russia and Alaska, the United States to get together and work together on our mutual environmental problems. It's important for the resources, it's important for the people, I think it's important for the future of the Arctic.